What if the smallest mental adjustments could create the biggest breakthroughs? That's the real quantum principle. Tiny changes, massive results. Most people get stuck in one point of view and then wonder why they can't solve their problems or adapt to change. Conversely, mental flexibility isn't about being wishy washy or indecisive. It's having multiple precision lenses available so you can choose the most useful perspective for any situation. Today, I'm sharing my perspective flipping protocol, 5 micro perspectives that will transform how you approach any challenge, opportunity, or decision. By the end of this, you'll be able to shift perspectives as easily as changing channels. Let's jump right in. Here are the 5 micro perspectives that give you complete mental flexibility. Perspective 1, the victim. This is happening to me. Now, this isn't about wallowing or feeling sorry for yourself. It's about acknowledging the emotional weight and reality of what you can't control. When obstacles or unexpected challenges or direct opposition pops up into your life, it's important to see it clearly instead of allowing your conditioning or certain patterns to distort your awareness. Perspective 2, the strategist. How can I use this? This microshift moves you into solutions mode, looking for opportunities and advantages. Perspective 3, the observer. What patterns do I notice? How does this behave? This gives you the 30,000-foot view to see systems and their connections. Perspective 4, future self. How will I see this in 6 months, 2 years, 10 years? This provides long-term perspective and reduces emotional reactivity. And finally, perspective 5, the mentor. What would I tell someone else in this situation? Or how would a mentor of mine see this? This accesses your wisdom without the emotional charge of personal involvement. Notice how trying on each micro perspective gives you completely different information and context about the same situation. Let me show you these precision shifts in action. Let's say you just got passed over for a promotion you really wanted. The victim perspective? This is unfair. I worked so hard and they don't appreciate me. I feel so disappointed and frustrated. The strategist perspective. What skills do I need to further develop? Who do I need to build relationships with here? How can I better position myself the next time? Observer perspective. I notice this company promotes people who are more visible in meetings. I see a pattern of needing stronger political skills here and speaking up more. Future self perspective. Looking back, in 5 years, this might be the push I need to start that business or find a better opportunity. The mentor perspective. I tell someone else, use this feedback to level up. Sometimes rejection is redirection, or perhaps refining what it is that I'm really trying to go after. As you listen to these different micro perspectives, you begin to understand how the same situation can be completely transformed just by making tiny adjustments to your point of view. Now, here's how to practice this until it becomes instantaneous and automatic. I call this the 30-second quantum switch protocol. Step 1, identify your current challenge or situation. Step 2, set a timer for exactly 30 seconds. Step 3, spend exactly 30 seconds in each micro perspective. I like to write stuff down. You may do this in your head if you like. Step 4, catch yourself if you start overanalyzing or judging. Just experience each viewpoint fully. And then step 5, after going through all of the perspectives, choose the most useful one for taking action. Begin by thinking of a current challenge you're facing. Allow yourself to move through each micro perspective without resistance. Discover how different information becomes available from each precision viewpoint. The key is speed and commitment. Don't spend 10 minutes in victim mode. Give it 30 seconds of full attention, and then make the quantum shift. This trains your brain to access any perspective on demand and quickly. Once you master this basic protocol, here are 3 advanced applications. Decision making. Before any major decision, run it through all 5 micro perspectives. You'll make better choices with more complete information. Conflict resolution. When you're stuck in an argument, make a quantum shift to observer or the mentor perspective. It instantly de-escalates your emotional reactivity. Creative problem solving. When you hit a wall, cycle through all 5 perspectives rapidly. The solution often appears from an unexpected angle. Small shift, breakthrough result. And this can also work by using a combination of the perspectives, especially with creative problem solving. When you become more comfortable with this, you'll find yourself naturally making these micro shifts throughout the day, noticing how situations that used to stress you out become interesting puzzles to solve, discovering that mental flexibility becomes your default response to most challenges. Now, here's a practice protocol for you to try. Daily practice: choose just one situation each day and run it through all 5 micro perspectives, starting with low stakes situations, just to build the skill set. Trigger installation. Every time you feel stuck or frustrated, that's your cue to make a quantum shift. Use the emotion as a reminder to practice flexibility. Speed building. Once comfortable, reduce the time for the quantum shift from 30 seconds to 15 seconds per perspective. Eventually, you'll be able to shift instantly. Tiny adjustments, massive results. Trust this process. You're literally rewiring your brain for flexibility. Allow yourself to practice without judgment. Know that each repetition makes the next quantum shift easier. Perspective mastery is the foundation of all mental agility. When you can make these micro shifts instantly, you become unstoppable because you always have options. In the next video, we'll build on this foundation with cognitive flexibility training, precision techniques that break you out of rigid thinking patterns entirely. You now have the framework for true mental flexibility. You'll discover that problems become opportunities when viewed from the right angle through these quantum shifts. Notice how your relationship with challenges begins to shift. And let me know in the comments which micro perspective you've found most useful. Your quantum mind mastery journey starts now.